Hey there guys, it's Rick User here with AirgunWeb, your home for old school airgun reviews and where we tell you the facts, not fluff. Today I am super excited. Now, what's the big deal? I'm shooting a brake barrel. Well, yeah, it's the first brake barrel I've shot since I had the heart surgery. So I am pretty excited that I can finally get back and do this work again, because the doctor was pretty clear. He didn't want me shooting anything like this until after 8 weeks. And we're past that, and I'm super pumped to be able to actually just get out here and shoot this air gun. It's been sitting in the shop, and I've been, itching to get to it for a while, and now I finally get to do it. This is the Gamo Fusion 177. I've already done a video on the 22. I shot the 22 at Gamo Squirrel Master, and I was like, you guys probably saw that video where I went like, hold on. This seems like a different gun, and I haven't talk to them, like for horse's mouth, what you change or whatever. Maybe it was just I hadn't shot one in a while, and I shot one then, and it was like really, really good. And anyway, I asked them, how do they do in 177? And they said, well, we've got some at GamoUSA.com. Let me send you one, and you can do a video of it. And that sort of happened right before I went into the hospital. So now I'm out, I'm better, I'm shooting, and I get to show you guys this gun. So this is the 177 version, and I haven't shot one of these in a long time. In fact, my buddy Brian actually set this up, and he said, Rick, it's shooting great. And that's about it. I think I've taken a handful of shots to get it sort of on, on target. That's all I've done. So you're going to come right along with me here with this particular journey. I guess the other question would be, given the affordability of PCPs today, or these days, why would anyone want to go with a brake barrel? Well, first of all, this isn't an ordinary brake barrel. It does have the Swarm Gen 2 system in it, has open sights. This is actually a really nice air gun. It's got all the advanced features that Gamo has to offer. The only thing it doesn't have is the high power, like Magnum ram and cylinder. I mean, that's what it doesn't have. But it's got everything else, and it's very smooth shooting. But the sweet spot here are, the important part, I guess, is the swarm system. You have 10 shots in a magazine. You can buy these extra mags, throw them in your pocket, keep them loaded up. And when you're out in the field, you don't have to hunt air. You don't have to hunt, all you got to do is cock the gun. If you have pellets, you can shoot. And I think that is pretty cool. The fact that you have 10 shots on tap if you're out hunting, that is super handy. And that's been proven over and over and over again. Like when we do the Gamo Squirrel Master, those things, I tell you, people that have never shot a multi-shot brake barrel fall in love with what you can do with one of these, because you're not fumbling around with pellets and all that other stuff. Today, we've got some weather rolling in, so we're gonna hustle this up. We're gonna do some shooting like right now. I'm gonna start off with the Gamo Red Fires. Now, I do have a Crony in front of me, and depending on how the lighting works, it may or may not grab all the numbers. Hopefully it does. But we're just going to let it run, and when we do the little text part underneath, I'll make sure my sister does the math, and we'll put the energy for each of these pellets. I don't know the grain weight of all of these. I don't know the grain weight of the Red Fires off the top of my head. I do have the others, but we're just going to get the velocities, see how it's shooting, and you guys will hear that, hopefully, if it's registering properly. All right. So we drop our mag in, and if you notice, when you cock this, the mag rotates into place, and there's a little pellet pusher that seats the pellet, and then it flattens back out. If you don't want to run the bundled optic and want to run open sights, you can certainly do that. Really quickly, on the optic, this is Gamo's standard 3 to 9x40. A lot of people want to complain about this scope, and I guess if I had 2 wishes, I wish it was mil-dot, I wish it had an adjustable objective. But the reality is, it's clear. If you're 25 plus yards, the parallax is not a problem, and it holds up under the abuse. So I'm shooting at 26 yards today, so this is really ideal. As far as the scope, this works just fine. All right, so I'm gonna go to the upper left target. We've got some shoot and sees. Hopefully everything will show up fine, and I'll do my job and hit the target today.
844.
Here it is.
847. 842. 835. 843. 840. 840. 845. 836.
Yeah.
833.
Okay. I'm a fan. I'm just a fan of this gun. Whether 22 or 25, or excuse me, whether 22 or 177, I'm a fan. I have not shot this, but not even a handful of shots. And we're able to keep them all in the black there. Give me a little time with this. And yeah, we're looking half-inch, three-quarter inch groups at 25, 26 yards. That's certainly minute a squirrel head without a doubt, for sure, no problem, right? Okay, we're moving over to the 8.4s. JSB 8.4s, we'll see how they do. I'm gonna go to the right target and we'll see. Again, I'm kind of going quickly here because I do not want to get caught in the rain and thunder's coming. Okay, here we go.
$810. 813. 812.
I think that hit the same spot.
$816.
Oh, I don't know where that's going. Well, okay.
813. 811. 818.
All right, the 8.4s are not doing well in this.
818. 818.
Last shot. So the extreme spread isn't bad. It's under 10. We started at 810. We topped out at 818, so only 8 feet per second spread, which is not bad. But the 8.4s are not going to be the one. Okay.
818.
Yep. Okay. So I'm going heavier now to the 10.3s. Let's see how they do. I kind of figured the Red Fires were going to give us like really good results because for whatever reason, they just shoot really well in the Gamo guns. I know some people would argue that they're not great pellets, and maybe for other guns they're not great, but man, I tell you, whether it's 177 or 22, when I've been out hunting with my Gamo guns, I don't see a need of taking anything other than the Red Fires. They have always been really, really good. Okay. All right, so these are 10.3s. All right. And that previous group were 840 as a low, actually an 833 as a low, and we had an 847. So the extreme spread on the Red Fires wasn't quite as good, but they shot better. Okay, 10.3s. We're going to go to the left side. Okay.
716.
Okay, much heavier and the velocity really drops.
718. 709. 715.
It comes down to the skill set of the shooter so often. You can see those first 3 shots were just on top of each other, and I pulled that last one. I hate when I do that. There it is.
711. 714. 714. 714. 703. 677.
Okay. Really dropped that last one. I don't know why. And I don't know quite where I hit, so I'll have to kind of see the tape. But they were on par. It's on par with the Red Fires. Anyway, I think I would probably still stick with the Red Fires personally. Now, everybody's favorite pellet. I say that somewhat jokingly. But I get a lot of comments, so I'm saying it because there's a lot of people that say, why don't I shoot it? This is a Crosman Premier hollow points in 177. I'm shooting this because you can get this at most box stores. So it's readily available. So let's see, how will this gun handle the Premiers? The Premier hollow points? Let's find out. Now these are 7.9, so I should expect the velocity to come back up. These have some pretty horrible cast lines on them. I don't know. Now, that may or may not matter. I mean, I've seen some pretty ugly Red Fires that shot okay, so let's just see. All right, bottom right target.
Did 847.
Do not know where that went. Let's take another shot. Oh, there it is. High.
844.
Wow, okay. It went way high. I'm not going to try and adjust because I don't have mil dots, so we're just going to shoot and let it group. Or, you know, hit the paper, hopefully. Oh, I see where the first one hit, just to the right of that one. Okay. Well, that would be... I'm going to try and adjust, even though this doesn't have mil dots. The scope does have the duplex, so it has a break in the reticle. And it's hitting right about where that break is. So I put that break right there. Nope, did not help.
839.
All right. Yeah, I'm just going to go back to aiming center again. Hit
845.
high again. Well, it looks like they might group. We just need to move the scope to make allowances for them.
845. 848. 844.
I actually hit the target.
847. 836.
Yeah, those are just all over. I wish that I could say they would be a good option, and maybe in 22 they'd be a better option. But yeah, they're not a great option for this one. I think what I'd like to do, just to sort of see if it was a fluke, is let's go ahead and run another set of Red Fires, and I'll go up and put another sticky on the target and see if the Red Fires give us another consistently decent group, or if the first one was a fluke. Let's just check it out. So I'll load this up, go put a target up, I'll be right back. All right, it has been such a pretty day to do some shooting. I've gotten So many videos done today. It's been awesome. Okay, so when you see this shirt, it meant I did the video today. All right. Back to the red fires. I'm gonna shoot the top center target and let's see if it's gonna, you know, yield the same results or if it was a fluke. Let's see what happens here. I'm gonna stop.
853.
When you just drill the center out the first shot, you need to just stop. I mean, you really need to just stop, but we got 9 more shots.
844. 844. 851. 850. 832. 839.
Oh, I pulled it.
837. 827. 840.
Okay. All right. I wish that had been a little bit better, like more like the first group, but we're still right there. And I know I pulled that one. I just, it does come down to the shooter. And with brake barrels, even more so. It just, there's a skill set involved. And if you get lazy or get in a hurry, which I can do both of, you'll pay for it. When you take your time and you use good technique, then you get great results. And I know that's the case because that's my experience for many, many years of doing this. I really like this gun. It doesn't take a lot to cock it. The cocking force is really reasonable. I love the swarm system. I love the Gen 2 swarm system because let's say I were to take something like this out, and I would love to take this iguana hunting. I would not run the scope. I would run open sights because so many of our shots were actually relatively close and the scope became a problem. I would much rather run open sights on something like this. The stock lends itself to the open sights properly. So they've done a really, really good job with this gun. I just can't say enough about it. Are there a few things that I would like a little bit better? Yeah, I mean, the trigger is decent. It is a little heavy, and the second stage it has more creep than I'd like. You can't really adjust that out. I know they call it a custom action trigger with full adjustability, and you can make it longer. You can make the second stage creep longer, but you can't make it shorter. And personally, I would like to have a better trigger in the sense of less second stage creep. That's just my only thing that I would like to see. Other than that, I think it's just a solid platform. The other thing, just as a tip, if you are shooting one of these a lot, and all of a sudden you just see your groups aren't what they used to be, check your stock screws, both your 2 front screws and the one back here, and also check all of your scope screws. There is a recoil here that happens, and that will loosen things up. So have a little toolkit. This is a Fix-It Sticks that they sent me. Has everything I need to keep this gun tip-top, which I think this little guy is stinking awesome. But guys, that's going to be it. If you want to know more about this or any of Gamo's products, check them out. www.gamousa.com. And I'll have links to everything you've seen here in the video description. My name's Rick Utzer here with AirgunWeb, your home for old school airgun reviews, where we tell you the facts, not fluff. Thanks for watching.